Hi and welcome to this latest video for Huddo Boards. Today I'm going over some of our newest features and today's date is the 14th of June 2023. So I have around 6 new features to show you today. The first of which, I'm already in a board, is going to be labels. So you will see that coloured labels are perhaps looking a little more vibrant. There is higher contrast between some of the colours. This is essentially part of a new feature we have called Unlimited Colours, and as you add a new colour you'll see why. We have these sliding bars that enable you to select any colour, and the one above to go lighter or darker or more vibrant, so you can essentially add any colour you wish. If you have branded colours and you know their hex codes, you can enter the code here and add a very specific colour related to your branding to make your boards feel more part of your organization. So that's a really cool new feature. Very similar to previously, once you add a color or any existing colors, you can create labels and say, well, this one relates to Craig, for instance. So it's very similar to previous versions, but now you can just add as many colors or any color you would like. So that's feature number 1. Next, let's go to, I'm already using this feature, number 2. In dashboards, we have a new filter for view. So before it was just recent, colors, labels, groups. Now we have organization. So organizations are essentially displayed here. These are instances of Huddo boards that I either have created or am included in. So this one here is one that I have created and I have used my name. But I also have ISW, Sales Huddle, for instance. These were created by other people in my organization and they have included me into that organization. So if I'm looking for a board and I think it was an ISW board, I can filter here and view just those boards. So it's really useful if you have a lot of boards and a lot of organizations like I do. Next up, let's look at archiving. So if I go into task here, board here, you'll see that I have a few that are completed. Let's say that I like to archive completed tasks. Now, instead of just clicking in the card and clicking archive, now I can drag and drop. So I just grab the card, drag it to the toolbar. You'll see that this orange highlight appears. I release and it archives. So it's really super simple to archive tasks. Really useful for people who are responsible for creating tasks for a group or the organization and responsible for kind of keeping it clean and organized. It's now really super simple to archive your tasks. Let's go to number 4, and this would be, I'm going to show you how you can make subtasks dependencies. So let's go into the same board. Let's pick a card without subtasks, design brackets, mockup. Now you see now I create a subtask. This option has appeared in orange, make all subtasks dependency of this card. Essentially, when I do that and click that, it's created dependency and it says you need to complete mockup before you complete design of the brackets. So if I close and I attempt to complete this, it will warn me that I have a subtask that hasn't been completed. This is very normal in our experience, that if you have a main parent card and you're creating subcards, usually the subcards relate to the overall task. So you need to complete the subcards in order to complete the main task. So this feature just makes it really simple to enforce boards to make sure that your subtask has been completed before you try to complete the main task. This leads me on to number 5 quite nicely. If I go into timeline, and I look at my unscheduled cards, let's find the one I just worked on, design brackets, and you'll see here mockup was the sub card I created. And now I've added these, you see that the timeline is already displaying the dependency, so I need to do mockup before I complete design. Now, this is the feature. If I move mockup forward, you'll see that design moves with it. Even if I go into a different swim lane, you'll see that it still is moving design. So if I move it backwards, all this does is give me like a longer period to complete. But when you move forward, the parent task will move along with it. So this is really useful for those that use not only a lot of subtasks, but dependencies in the timeline view. It's now much simpler to move all subtasks and parent tasks together when you're going into the future. And this brings me to our final and perhaps most complex new feature. And this is roles and rescheduling templates. So to do that, I'm going to go into my dashboards, into templates. Here, I've been playing around with this today. I'm going to go to my new template. You'll see here that I have some colored icons with little depictions, walking, a smiley face. These are roles. So I still have my members, but as I go into my template and click on members, you'll see that I have assignments of roles. So essentially, you can create a role. Let's do support. I'm looking for an icon support, which is useful. And yep, so now I have 5 roles associated to this template. And if I come along, I'll grab my new one and be like, well, this task is also for support. Well, there's one here that's not been assigned. This one is for support. So what this means is when I come out and I come to create a new board and I go to template and I search for the template that I've just created here, you'll see that it's giving me people to invite by email. But as I come here, you'll see that it's saying I have roles associated, and I could be like, well, I am marketing. Sales would be Haley and Maria. Technical could be Jared. Management, Adam. There's Adam, here we go. Andrew Welsh. Support, for instance. So what they're saying is I have tasks that have roles associated, and now I'm saying, well, the task is marketing in this project. Marketing is Craig. And so when I drag these members to these roles, you'll see now, instead of having the roles set, I have people now. So this makes reusing templates so much simpler, especially if you have projects that may have a similar function. You'll have a salesperson or a marketing person, but that may not be the same person. This makes templates really, really simple and really useful. And the rescheduling part, I brushed over this quickly to show you roles, but if I go back and I create a new card from template again, you'll see here I now have starts on, finishes on. So essentially what I'm saying is this template was created last year or perhaps last month, and I want it to reuse the same template, but I want it to start on the 1st of July. I can do that. I can do the roles again if I wanted to. And this time all of the cards will cascade down. So if I had something in to do that was due in the first week or the first day, the first month, it will basically cascade down all of my due dates based on the start of the project. So this also makes templates really useful and simple to kind of repeat and use again and again and again. So that's it. This is all the latest features since our last video. I hope it helps you understand how you can use these features, and I will be in touch soon. Thank you. Bye.